Hello, this is Derek Martin at Resource Productions with your 2012 Health, Safety, and Environmental Report. As you can see over here, for the field man hours from 2012, we have the breakdown of the quarters. We have quarter one with 38,000, quarter two with another 38,000, and quarter three, 39,000. In quarter four, 41,302.75, totaling for field man hours 157,411.64. Okay, coming over here, our TRIR number, which is our total recordable incident injury rate, was 0. Okay, our EMR, which is our experience modifier rate, 0.82, which is an improvement. That number went down from last year. So as this number goes down, that's an indicator of more safe work, so safer work practices. And that's for our 67 employees, totaling 171,052 total hours. That's a little bit different from this breakdown because this is with administrative hours as well. Okay, as far as total miles driven in 2012, we have 1,035,695. So these numbers indicate we've proven our safety record for 2012. I want to thank all the employees that had a hand in combining these numbers. Great job with zero TRIR and a 0.82. So great job last year. And I want to thank Larry Walls for providing the framework and the safety network to get these things accomplished. So great job everybody in the field, and great job putting those safety policies and procedures in line so we can all follow. That's basically where we are currently. 2013, our resource production incentive for 2013 is going to be 0 incidences. We're going to zero in on no incidents, no injuries, and no illness. That is in line with our other safety network, which is ConocoPhillips. Their target 0. Their motto for this year is target 0 for no illnesses, no injuries, and no incidents. And also Shell's motto for goal 0, 0 deaths, 0 injuries, and 0 significant incidences. So, as you well know, Daniel Wanglu is our new Health, Safety, Environmental Coordinator in Midland. He and I will be working hand in hand. We've undergone training all last week, training corporately with ConocoPhillips 2013 incentive, and he's going to be sharing what he learned up here. We went through our safety leadership orientation, and we're looking forward to getting him plugged into the Permian oil and gas safety network down there. So between he and I, we're here to help you guys continue our safe record of safety, and looking forward to launching our zeroing in on no incidences, injuries, and illness for 2013. Hello, this is Derek Martin with Resource Productions. I'm the Health, Safety, and Environmental Officer, and Daniel here is also going to be training to do the Health, Safety, and Environmental Officer role in Midland. So what we have here is we've set up a training table. We're obviously going to do some target practice. This is going to be set up downrange. We're going to walk through. We're going to utilize some safety tips and some safety issues before we get started. Just like we go through a tailgate meeting before a job and a JSA, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the hazards. Daniel's been up here. We've been going through training from corporate training from ConocoPhillips and also resource production policies and procedures training for the health, safety, and environmental position. It's something that I enjoy and I take very seriously. Just like at JSA, we're going to talk about some of these hazards. Obviously, we have a high-powered rifle. We have a 270, a 12 gauge, and we have a 9mm pistol. So the obvious risks and hazards are, potentially a dangerous weapon if it's not handled correctly. So the potential of death, could ensue if you don't handle that properly. We have explosives, gunpowder. We have loud explosions, so we need certain personal protective equipment. We need to talk about the experience level, and on that, what your experience has been.
0. I shot a pistol maybe 3-4 years ago, and that's it. So I have no experience whatsoever.
So it's my role and my responsibility, I feel, to make sure that we don't have any accidents. Number one, because an accident could mean a death. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some life-saving rules for gun handling. Number one, you never want to handle a weapon if it's loaded. If you don't ever want to take a loaded weapon from a person. If I was going to hand this rifle off,
I would now ask, is the gun loaded?
The gun is not loaded, and then I'm going to give it over to him. He's going to set it on the gun rack. Life-saving rules: you never want to transport a loaded firearm in a vehicle, or even carrying it around with a live round in the action without the safety on. So what we're going to do is we're going to load this weapon up. Daniel's going to put some 270 ammo in. Okay, we've got Daniel set up here. The target is about 100 yards downrange, so we know our target, and then what's beyond, we have a bank behind the target to make sure that we don't have any errant projectiles going behind the target. So we know our target and what's beyond. The very first life-saving rule was, what was it?
Never receive a loaded weapon, or always make sure it's unloaded before receiving it.
You never take a loaded weapon from someone. If you're handing off a weapon, make sure it's unloaded. That way you don't have the risk of an accident and a possible injury. Next life-saving rule of gun safety is you always treat that firearm like it's loaded. Even though it's not loaded, you don't ever want to have the muzzle pointed in an unsafe direction. So you always want to keep that muzzle pointed away from people in a safe direction. Pinch point, so he's got his personal protective gloves on. He's got his eye safety on. He's got hearing protection. Now we're going to eliminate some of the risk and mitigate some of the risk. The next thing is going to be communication. So once Daniel gets ready, he sees the target's been identified, we know the target and what's beyond. He's going to identify the target, he'll rack a live round in to the chamber, and then when he's ready for fire, he's going to say ready for fire or ready to fire, and that's when I'll make sure I'm behind him, the shooter, and I have all my protection on. You good?
Yep. Here we go. Target. Ready for fire. So I've learned some key life-saving rules to gun safety. So now, after using it with the rifle, I'm now going to apply that with this shotgun here. So I'm going to approach my target safely. I'm going to use a proper technique to shoot the target, and I'm going to communicate well when I'm ready to shoot, so that everybody around me is safe. So I have a two-hand carry, which I just learned, and I'm pointing it away from everybody to make sure that everybody is safe. Target. Ready for fire. All right, so we went through the rifle and the shotgun, so now we're gonna do a little short-range target practice with the 9mm. And of course, I'm treating it like if it's live, pointing it down away from everybody. So I now load it safely. Target. Ready for fire?
All right, well, we've got Daniel up to speed with some safety from resource policy and procedures. He's come up here and done a lot of training with me the last few days. We're looking forward to working together and keeping everyone around us up to speed on all of our safe work practices. We practice some gun safety out here on the gun range. It's important for us to act safe at work, at home, and at play. Did you have fun today?
A lot of fun. This whole week was, a lot of getting up to speed and learning, so it's good to cap it off with a little fun.
Good deal. Just so you guys know, our main focus, our target is your safety. And whether it's a long-range goal, mid-range goal, short-range goal, we're going to use everything we can, just like the foundation of the table, to provide a good solid base. With the lead sled, we have tools in our workplace, such as our policies and procedures, that help us stay safe at work. Obviously, those carry over to the home, and whatever you like doing on your spare time, we're hoping that you're going to stay safe, and it's our job to keep us safe, whether we're at work, and even at home, and obviously at play. We never want there to be any kind of accidents and injuries, so we can keep our strong safety record of no incidences, no injuries, and no illnesses. Hope you enjoyed this.